Hello, I'm back. Welcome to my channel. Today we will be diving into MerMay. See what I did there? MerMay? Diving? Yeah, you get it. So what is MerMay? It is a thing on Instagram mostly where artists will draw mermaids for the month of May. There are a lot of different concepts, and I'll put a few of my favorites on the screen right now. I decided to turn mine into a bit of a fan art dedicated to my all-time favorite couple. Morticia and Gomez Addams. If you know them, you love them because they are freaking awesome. And thank you to Paprika for unknowingly helping me draw them because I'm not the great at referencing pose. Well, I'm good at referencing poses. I'm not great at just making them out of nowhere. So, yeah. I really felt like these two lent themselves to being the creepy kind of mermaid. I wanted them to be kind of like sharks, and I feel like they came out quite well, especially Morticia. She wears a fishtail dress, so kind of cheating a little bit there, but I really wanted to see them as mermaids, and sometimes you just have to be the change you want to see in the world. And yeah, I love this couple so much. They're the only, well, not anymore. There are some good married couples depicted these days in media, but mostly growing up, married couples were portrayed as being kind of bored with each other or abusive towards each other. And this couple, they really lit a spark in my brain about how amazing marriage could be. And, you know, they're obsessed with each other. They're so playful. They're adults who aren't boring. I think the Addams Family were originally written to be like the opposite of the American ideal family, which I find ridiculous because this is the ideal family, a family who encourages each other to be weird and plays games together, and like they're just really supportive of one another. They don't let money and other people's opinions get in the way of being who they are or encouraging their family. Like the parents will never encourage the children to be different based on how they might be perceived by the neighbors or whatever. They're beautifully weird, and I love them. What are we doing? Sketching. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so getting the shapes in there. I made the heads a bit bigger because I really like to emphasize people's faces. So I usually make heads proportionately a little bit bigger than they would be otherwise. I wanted them to be really deep sea, so I set the background to be dark so it gives that impression. And then I do a lot of struggle street, trying to figure out how I want to color them to look like sharks but also mer people. Here I'm trying to decide if I want to do kind of like natural skin pattern that's reminiscent of a suit. I get rid of it pretty quickly because I realize even if I do want to keep it as a suit, I've done it in the wrong way round, where usually the shirt part would be white and then the outsidey part would be darker. Hello, Panda. Are you... Ugh. Cat. I'm going to keep this cut, so you're welcome. That was Panda. She says hi. I love the positioning of the hands here. This is the reason why I use that reference image, because Yes, Gomez is always kissing Morticia's hand, but the way that the fingers are interlocked, I love that. I love how it's so intimate and so simple and just beautiful. Line work, blah, blah, blah. I do need to work on making my lines a bit more good. I'll do that at some point. I like having thick lines, but I also like the expressiveness of having varied width lines. I don't really do a lot of that in this drawing that I remember. No, not really. I lighten them in some areas, but it's not a huge thing. Got those fish ears. We like the weird fish ears on mermaids. I did cheat in terms of mermaid hair because they both have very slicked back, not moving at all, even though they're underwater hair. It's just how it's Morticia and Gomez. What do you want me to say? They have magic style. In addition to being just gothic, their hair does what they want their hair to do. Always. Not like mine. My hair is usually fluff. Witch hair. You can see my hair, so you get it. Gills. Those are meant to be gills. I hope that was clear. If not, you're listening to me explain it to you. Those are gills. Hand on waist. Lovely. We love to see it. Very loving and affectionate. Morticia's hand, which I'm not drawing just yet. Oh, there we go. She looks like she has a nub for a thumb, and what I sort of didn't get while I was trying to draw this hand was that she's got her thumb under her fingers like this. So I didn't really draw it properly. She has a clear nub in this one. In the original artwork, it goes side. Yeah, you get it. She was playing with knives because she's Morticia and she lost her thumb, and it will grow back because she's magic. You're welcome. Drawing in her little merfolk ears. I wanted her to have really, really thick eyelashes. I got confused with her nose. She's got good cheekbones. I don't really have cheekbones, but she has amazing cheekbones, so working with that. Didn't want the lines to intersect too much because pictures always look better when the lines aren't too intersecty. Back to experimenting with colors, how I want to color in everyone. I knew I wanted Morticia to have the dark dress kind of look, but I didn't know if I wanted it to be her skin or have that full look of a dress. I also sort of realized that the black lines might not show up very well with the coloring that I was planning on doing, so I think I do a little bit of experimenting in a second where I try and make the lines white, so inverted, or just like a dark blue, but they both looked weird, so I decided just keep it dark, and instead of coloring her black, I was already using a navy blue, so you can kind of see the line. You can see them really well once I add highlights in the shading kind of area, so all good there. And I forgot to draw her arm line. There we go, boom. Fixed it. I did give up on Gomez for the moment. I started colouring him in and decided Morticia would be easier because I already knew she was at least going to have her beautiful black dress effect. Once I've done all the dark parts, I will experiment some more as to whether I want to add kind of fish skin detail. I don't usually draw fish. I don't really have techniques to draw scales or gills or the kind of pattern that you would see on a fish, and it looks normal when it's on a fish, but it looks weird when you're trying to make it on a person. I do end up just having them be very, very standard merfolk, where they're wearing clothes, but don't question how they put the clothes on, because, for example, Morticia's dress is skin tight and part of it is her tail. So is it her skin or is it clothes? You decide. You tell me. Do you think that's her skin or do you think that that's clothes? She definitely has that nut. See, this is... Are there fish that look like that? I don't think there are. Are there? Let me know if there's fish that just have like weird lines as their pattern, as patterning. Got kind of the hanging down fin transparency going on there. Her hair matches her skin dress scales, skin dress. And see, now we go to Gomez. I still hadn't decided what I wanted to do. Trying to do that idea where it's kind of reminiscent of a suit, and this time I did the shirt part, and then extended it down to where pants would be, and then tried to make it a pattern that might be something you might see on a fish, maybe. Didn't like it. Looks weird. And then I went for a standard merman, but with a vest, adding a vest. And I mean, you'll see it. It's not great, because again, I didn't want it to be clothing. I wanted it to be the, like, does it look like skin? Like, is it skin or is it clothes? Who can tell kind of clothing. Whereas with a vest, it's either a vest or it's not. And I hated it, so I got rid of it. Blah. Gave up for a minute, did his hair, came back. Don't know why I was doing that. I guess, oh yes, trying to turn it into a pinstripe suit. Pinstripe suit that could also be skin. Are there fish that look like that? Are there fish that have pinstripes? Let me know in the comments, because I'm pretty sure there's not, but also I'm not a fish guy, so you tell me. Eventually I just went with the basic bitch, man on the top, fish on the bottom. You know, what are you going to do? He's a mermaid. Deal with it. This is what he looks like. And he's wearing the same color as Morticia because they're so in love. They love each other very much. And then I just got lazy with the background, as I am known to do. And there we go, bubbles. Yay, bubbles, blah, 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 blah. Dark bubbles, because Addams Family goths. And now we do my favorite part, which is adding highlights to make the whole picture not look stupid. Don't worry, I calm it down in a second. It doesn't stay that bright. There we go. That's much more normal. Yay. And so you can see the line work better once the highlights are in. So don't worry about it, guy. It's normal. That's all done on purpose. And I had the light source being probably the sun from really, really, really far away. I could not figure out what to... I forgot how noses work. Morticia's nose looks weird. It looks fine once I add in some extra shadowing, but right now it just looks... I don't know what's going on with it. I'm happy with how Gomez's shadowing worked out. With all my struggles over how to make him be dressed, once I added the shading, I was really happy with how he turned out. There we go. Shading. Boom. Gomez and Morticia, the Merfolks. Happy MerMay, everyone. Yeah, but thanks for watching, and I love you guys. Thank you to all my current subscribers. You're the greatest. Yeah. I don't know who that is. Sorry. Okay, bye.